All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I wanted to make another bodybuilding video today, and the topic of this bodybuilding video is going to be the freakiest bodybuilder in the amateurs, specifically in the NPC. So these are not IFBB pros. This is not a pro bodybuilder. The bodybuilder that I want to talk about in this video is Nick Walker. Nick Walker competed last year in 2019 at the NPC USAs, where I think you could almost make an argument he was robbed of the overall title, but he didn't earn his pro card there, but that was his most recent attempt. Now, maybe some of you guys follow Nick Walker on Instagram because he is a pretty freaky bodybuilder, and he's got a pretty freaky Instagram too. And I find myself, and this is why I wanted to make this video, is I find myself seeing the pictures that he posts and looking at them, and I forget that he's not a pro bodybuilder because he looks so insane, and for his age too. So the other crazy thing to me about Nick is the fact that he's only 25 years old, so he's a couple years younger than me, and I consider myself pretty young. I'm 27, so 25, he's got all the potential in the world, and he already looks like a seasoned bodybuilder from the size standpoint that he has. He's 5'7", and if you look at him, he's got just about as much muscle as you could possibly pack on a 5'7" frame. I mean, the dude is huge. And one of the characteristics that really impresses me most about Nick is his arms. His arms are absolutely freaking insane, especially for his age, the fact that he's an amateur. You look at his arms and you say, man, this dude's got to be a pro bodybuilder, but he's not. So I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do as an IFBB pro. Because to me, if you look at the dude's arms, there's no one in the NPC. There can't be anyone in the NPC that has arms like this guy. Forearms, his biceps, he's insane. Looking at his forearms again, I mean, the dude has like the Flex Lewis crazy forearm. I mean, he's just insane. So if we're talking about potential, I think Nick Walker is the best bodybuilder in the NPC right now. I think he's got, for his age and his size, the fact that he's not pro right now I think is ridiculous. But I wanted to make this video because I feel like he's a name that I want you guys to know, because when the competition seasons do start up again, the amateur shows start happening again, the pro qualifiers start happening again, and when he does finally turn pro, I feel like he's going to make a big statement when he does hit the pro scene. So I feel like you guys need to be familiar with him as an amateur. Now, Nick, if you're watching this, I did want to give you two pieces of advice. I looked back again at his USA's package from last year, and the two criticisms that I would have of his physique is, number one, on stage at the last show that he did, I would say his conditioning could be a lot crisper, a lot sharper. He wasn't in bad shape, but he could have been in a lot better condition. So I would say for the next time, conditioning should be a major, major focus for him. He's already got all the size. He's a mass monster. He's already got what he needs from that standpoint, especially from the NPC. It shouldn't be a problem at all, the size that he has. So he's got the size, just needs to nail the conditioning. The other thing, I noticed in a recent video that he posted, I think it was a full day of eating video on his YouTube channel, he needs to keep the midsection tight. Now, I know the midsection is one of the first things to go when you start putting on size like Nick has, but in my experience, when you got a amateur bodybuilder or a rookie bodybuilder, say he makes his pro debut after he turns pro, people like to see the fresh look of rookie pros. From what I've seen, when a pro comes in, they've got a nice tapered waist, they're very aesthetic and got some size to them. That's the best case scenario for a fan response. I mean, just go back. I'll use this as an example. Go back to when Big Ramy made his pro debut like 7 years ago at the New York Pro. He was probably 30 or 40 pounds lighter than he is right now, stage weight, but he looked much more aesthetic and had much better conditioning. So that's why people were so impressed, is because he had that crazy size, or a certain extent of crazy size, but he didn't ruin his physique. He came in looking fresh, and he came in looking conditioned, and he came in somewhat aesthetic for a man of that size. So that would be my advice for Nick, is watch that midsection and don't come in too big right out of the gate. I know a lot of people think there's no such thing as too big in bodybuilding, but Nick Walker's a big dude for an amateur. But again, I wish him the best, and I wanted to make this video because he's a young guy. I think he's got an insane physique. He's got insane potential, and I really want to see him succeed. And because I just looked at his Instagram, and he's got 99.9K followers right now, and I want to get him to that 100. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. And as always, Nick Strength and Power, signing out.